Hey guys, in this one, I wanted to talk about how you guys can maximize the speed at which you are learning sales specifically. Okay. Because I get this question asked all the time. Hey Hassan, how can I ensure that I'm learning as fast as possible, or how can I improve as fast as possible? And it's not just beginners that ask me this question, it's also advanced individuals. Now, what they forget, and this is a question, this is an answer rather, that they never like to hear when I give it to them. And what they forget is, it all comes back down to how much time are you willing to put in the daily actions that are going to actually get you there, right? And what I mean by that, guys, is when it comes to sales specifically, it's very much like a sport, right? It's a reason why lots of companies are looking to hire. They actually like it when the individual actually comes from a sports background. Why do they like that? The reason that they like that, guys, is because when you are playing a very specific sport, like let's just say soccer as an example, basketball, baseball, doesn't matter, wrestling, you're having to consistently do practice again and again and again, and the practice in itself is going to be consistent among many variables, right? What do I mean by this? Well, you're going to have to show up to practice every single day at the same time, whether you like it or not, okay? You are going to have to, wrestle that day, or you're going to have to kick a ball that day, whether or not you feel like it, right? You're going to have to do this with the same people that you see, whether or not you like it, right? So a lot of it is just regimented around discipline, building discipline, not motivation, building discipline. And sales is the exact same thing, okay? If you don't feel like talking to 5 people on that given day, you will have to, right? If you don't feel like, waking up on time to take your sales calls, you will have to, because if you don't, the prospect is going to leave, right? So a lot of it is just built among regimen, but this regimen can also be taken into account and looked at when you're actually learning sales, right? It's usually the small things that when you actually optimize them will lead to the bigger result. When it comes to tonality specifically, when it comes to pacing specifically, right? These are things that individuals tend to not really want to focus on because they get a bit excited and they're like, hey, I want to learn how to handle those objections, or, I want to learn on how I can, use really good psychology-based questions and get in the prospect's head. But before you can do that, you have to make sure that you've gotten very, very good at the fundamentals. And when it comes to the fundamentals, usually, they can take the longest to improve because individuals tend to not want to work on them, right? It's not fun to work on your tone, guys. It's not fun to watch tape. It's not fun to, pay attention to the pace of which you're speaking at. That's not fun. That's very boring, right? But it's very boring and it's very difficult because it's what's going to actually get you to the point in which you're going to become elite. If it was easy, everybody would be good. If it's hard, good. It means that you're at a point in which if you make progress from then on, you will actually surpass that threshold that most people stay at, right? Alex Hormozi talked about this. He's like, is building a business hard? Good. Is getting good at sales hard? Good. Is becoming elite at whichever domain you want to become elite at hard? Good. Because if it's hard and you genuinely feel it's difficulty every single day and sometimes it's overwhelming, good. Because that's where most people quit, right? That's where most people quit because they just don't want to do these actions for a long enough period of time. They just can't stick with it. So if you have the discipline to stick with the daily actions that will get you there, you will get elite a lot faster. The probability will increase substantially. Your learning curve will decrease substantially, right? So you more so have to look at the daily actions. So for those of you that are more so new to sales, ask yourself, hey, when I'm actually going through this program and when I'm listening to whatever my coach is saying, what do I not enjoy the most? And ask yourself, okay, do I not enjoy this the most because I'm not good at it, or do I not enjoy it the most because I just find it very complicated? Well, whichever one the reason is, assess it and actually force yourself to practice it diligently. You're going to get good, right? Guys, this principle also applies to really anything, right? A lot of people, when they want to feel productive, they'll watch a lot of YouTube videos, they'll watch a lot of motivational videos because that's fun. That's fun to do. What's not fun is actually executing, right? And the exact same thing can be said here, right? For those of you that are my clients watching this, don't consistently just watch my videos and go on Instagram and watch that and watch my sales calls. Why don't you actually start practicing, do some role play? right? Watch your own calls, right? Ask yourself what can I actually improve and work on that daily. Make those looms practicing your tonality like I tell you to, because that's not fun. That's hard. But doing that diligently is what's going to actually get you there. So guys, to answer the question one more time, to substantially speed up the learning process in terms of getting elite at sales and really anything else in life, focus on the daily actions, be very honest with yourself, and actually focus on what you truly feel like is difficult and is actually going to get you there, right? Once you can actually do that consistently, you will achieve your goal significantly faster. That much I can promise you. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.